Do you know why bees don't sting beekeepers? Even if they did not wear safety gear, a huge swarm of bees covers the entire body of a beekeeper, but they don't get even a scratch. Everyone must be aware of the painful sting of bees. Imagine how much can so many bees injure a beekeeper. But what is the secret behind this mysterious incident? Today we will reveal the secret behind it, so stay connected till the end of this video. To know this, we have to understand the social structure of honeybees. Honeybees are social insects, which means that they live together in large well-organized family groups. There is a social management among these large numbers of bees, which follows all the bees to survive. They engage in a wide variety of complex tasks that are impossible for solitary bees to undertake. Honeybees may have small and simple brains, but their memory is quite outstanding. You will be surprised to know about the social structure of honeybees. The bee colony is made of three types of adult bees: queen, workers, and drones. Each member has assigned a definite task to manage the hive. First, know about the queen. The queen is the supreme leader of the colony, and each hive has only one queen. She can be easily identified from the colony through several characteristics. Her body is normally much longer than either the drones or the workers, especially during the egg-laying period when her abdomen is greatly elongated. Her wings covers only about 2 or 1/3 of the abdomen, whereas the wings of both workers and drones nearly reach the tip of the abdomen when folded. A queen's thorax is slightly larger than that of a worker, and she has neither pollen baskets nor functional wax gland. Her stinger is curved and longer than that of the worker. Additionally, the queen behavior also expresses their identification. She is often found in the middle of the hive, particularly where the brood is present, and she always travels around the hive with their security force of workers that can easily identify the queen. Her primary function is to reproduce the new generation. In the entire colony, only the queen has a well-reproductive system to lay eggs. She only mates once in her entire life with several male bees in flight. After mating, the queen stores sperm in a special organ called a spermatheca. She uses this stored sperm to fertilize eggs periodically throughout her life. Queens lay up to 1500 eggs per day during peak production in spring and early summer. One queen may produce up to 250,000 eggs per year, and possibly over 1 million in her 3 to 5 years lifetime. She can choicely lay both fertilized and unfertilized eggs. The fertilized eggs become female bees that are either queens or workers, and unfertilized eggs become male bees that are drones. The secondary function of the queen is to lead the overall colony to maintain the social structure. Queen use several methods to communicate with their members. One of the powerful communication system is pheromones. This is a chemical substance that the queen releases into the environment from her special organ, the mandibular gland, which smells other bees to communicate with each other, as bees are highly sensitive to smell. The purpose of releasing the pheromone is to change the behavior and psychology of its members, including messages about reproduction and development of brood, mating, swarming, foraging, defense, and more. Another method of bee communication is vagal dance. Bees use a sophisticated dance language to convey the path of food source. She creates a path of food source through a vagal dance, which helps their members to understand the location of the food. Bees also communicate through vibration and tapping. These physical signals can convey messages about various aspects of the colony's activities, such as recruitment and navigation. They generate these signals through various activities, such as rubbing the body part together to create sound, body movements, wings movements, muscle contraction, and tapping their body on the surface like the hive wall. Bees perceive this vibration through specialized organs on their antennae and legs. These signals convey a variety of important messages within the hive, including the warning of danger, calling for food collection or defense, colony activation, rearing the brood, and sharing information about the quality and location of the food source. These are some communication methods used by bees to communicate with each other. Let's know about drones. Drones are male bees, and their population is about 10 to 15% of the entire colony. They are generally present only during late spring and summer. The drone's head is much larger than that of either the queen or worker. Drones have no stinger, pollen baskets, or wax glands, which means they cannot sting their predator and cannot collect pollen and nectar from flowers, which are the bees' food source. They are naturally evolved unemployed members of the colony, and they depend on the worker for food. Their main function is to fertilize the virgin queen during mating. After one-time mating, drones die immediately. Their life ends after mating. Drones become sexually mature about a week after emerging and die instantly upon mating. Although drones perform no usual work for the hive, their presence is believed to be important for the development of new generation. Let's know about workers. Worker bees are the smallest female bees. Their majority is about 80 to 90% of the entire colony. They are sexually developed, incomplete females. They cannot mate with male bees, due to which they cannot lay fertilized eggs, but they can lay unfertilized eggs in crisis condition of the hive, especially when the queen leaves the hive or the hive became queenless. Otherwise, they do not lay unfertilized eggs in normal condition of the hive. The workers evolved with specialized structures such as brood food glands, scent glands, wax glands, and pollen baskets that allowed them to perform all the works in the hive, such as building bee wax of the hive, cleaning and polishing the cells of the hive, removing debris, care the queen, guarding the entrance, ventilating the hive through their wings, and foraging the nectar, pollen, water, and profiles to feed the brood and the entire colony. The lifespan of the worker during summer is about 6 weeks. You may wonder how the female bees, both queen and worker, naturally develop into different types from the same fertilized eggs. It depends on feeding by worker. Worker bees select a few lucky female larvae and provide them with a special food called royal jelly. This protein-rich substance produced by young worker bees, which helps the queen to develop into a sexually mature female, while regular female larvae are fed a mixture of honey and pollen called bee bread. This diet keeps their development on track for becoming worker bees. So this was the fascinating social structure of honey bees. Any individual bees can't survive without following the social structure. Each bee plays a specific role within the colony, and the cooperation of all members is essential for the hive's success. Let's come on the point why bees don't sting beekeepers. It depends on various factors why bees don't sting beekeepers. Understanding bee behavior is one of the crucial steps. Bees are naturally peaceful insects. This is why beekeepers can approach hives of thousands of bees without worrying about sting. An experienced beekeeper has a gentle and peaceful attitude toward bees, which helps to minimize the risk of stinging. They handle bees confidently, slowly, and smoothly. Sudden movement can trigger their defense mechanism. Bees are defensive insects, not aggressive, which means they will only sting if they feel threatened or to defend their hive. When a bee stings, it releases a pheromone that allows the entire colony to attack together onto intruder. The pheromone smells like a banana, so beekeepers avoid eating bananas before interacting with bees, otherwise they can sting and very badly injured. Beekeepers use several tools and tactics to avoid getting stung. Smoke is one of the traditional tools to calm down the bees, but it does not actually calm them in the sense of making them happy or relaxed. Here's what smoke actually does. When beekeepers smoke the hive, then it disrupts the pheromones that bees use to communicate with each other. Smoke confuses bees' signals, making it harder to communicate and alarm their defense. Bees naturally dislike smoke, which compels them to run away from the hive. Additionally, beekeepers also spray a solution of water and sugar instead of smoke. However, this method is slightly less effective because spray can easily miss some of the bees. Weather conditions also affect their behavior. Bees are most active in warm and high temperature weather. They become irritable and aggressive during sunny times. Interacting with bees in these conditions can be risky. Cool early morning or time after rain when bees are less active may be a risk-free time to check and observe the bees. Family relationship also minimize the risk of sting. Regular interaction with bees increases the closeness between bees and beekeepers. Bees can recognize human faces and smell. You must have seen such beekeepers who wear lots of bees on their bodies without getting stung. How it could be possible? Beekeepers find queen bees from the hive through their behavior and characteristics, then capture them into a small cage and then attach that cage to a specific part of the body where they want to gather the bees on their body. Then worker bees are naturally attracted to the queen's pheromones and make cluster around her. A few mistakes in this stunt can be deadly for beekeepers. However, beekeepers use a substance to prevent bees from entering the nose, mouth, ears, and eyes. This kind of stunt is called bee bearding, which world record is held by Ruan Liangming in 2024. He bearded 64 kilograms of bees, which consisted of approximately 6,37,000 bees. I recommend you don't try this stunt without being qualified, as you know in this video how risky bee bearding is. So this was the complete secret behind the success of bee bearding. If you enjoyed learning about bees and beekeepers, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more updates regarding this type of content, and share this video with friends and fellows. I will see you in the next video.